Hello, my name is Brisa,
My name is Joyae.
and we're doing our country's decolonization. So, my country is Kenya,
My country is Ghana.
and today I'm going to be talking about Kenya's current, and past names of country. So, the country today is called Kenya, but that wasn't always the case. Before the colonization, the area didn't have a single unified name. It was home to many ethnic groups like the Kikuyu, Lui, Maasai, and Kalenjin, which their own territories and systems. When the British took control in the late 1800s, they first called the area the East Africa Protectorate. Starting around 1895, then in 1920, the British officially made it a colony and renamed it the Colony and Protectorate of Kenya. That's when the name Kenya really began to stick. The name Kenya actually comes from Mount Kenya, the country's highest mountain in the Kikuyu. People originally called it the Kirinyaga, which means the mountain of brightness, but the British mispronounced it and eventually it just became Kenya. After a long struggle, including the famous Mau Mau rebellion, Kenya gained independence from Britain in 1963 and officially became the Republic of Kenya.
The British also took control of Ghana in the 20th century and declared the Gold Coast, aka the British Empire, which gained its independence and became known as Ghana. Ghana's journey to independence was a complex process shaped by the colonial rule, like the WW2 veterans activism and the rise of nationalism. Some events include the formation of political organizations, investigations into riots, and 1951 elections, which led to them gaining independence. So, how did your country gain independence?
Kenya gained independence from Britain on December 12, 1963. The British had ruled their region for nearly 70 years, and during that time they took land from local communities, especially from the Kikuyu, and handed it to the white settlers. The fight for independence wasn't easy. One major turning point was the Mau Mau rebellion in the 1950s, where Kenyan freedom fighters resisted British rule. It was a violent and intense fight, but it forced the British to start negotiating. In the end, through both resistance and political pressure, Kenya became a free nation and no longer under British colonial rule.
One of Ghana's challenges was maintaining consistent economic and stability. Countries like Ghana might sell less of their products because other countries aren't buying as much. Since the price of the main thing it sells, cocoa, keeps going up and down, which makes it harder for Ghana. Another challenge was foreign debt. Ghana borrowed a lot of money from other countries, paying back this huge loan used up a lot of Ghana's money. It used up a lot of Ghana's money, which meant the country had less money to spend on its people. So what were challenges that your country faced? Did they even face any challenge?
Not that good. Yeah.
So what are achievements that your country's faced?
Oh, wait, they have faced. Okay. Hold on. Two challenges my country, Kenya, has faced was even after gaining independence in 1963, Kenya faced a lot of challenges. One big issue has been political conflict and ethnic tension. After independence, power struggles between different ethnic groups different ethnic groups led to violence during elections, especially in 2007 when over 1,000 people were killed. These divisions have made it hard for the country to stay united. Another challenge is corruption. Many government officials have been accused of stealing public money, which has slowed down development and caused problems in healthcare, jobs, and education. What about yours?
I took this one. But one of the achievements that Ghana had was inspiring and supporting independence movement across Africa, seeking liberation from the colonial rule. Ghana promoted Pan-Africanism, which advocates for the right of African people to control their own destinies and economics.
Okay. For Kenya's biggest success in since gaining independence in 1963, one of Kenya's biggest success has been becoming a regional leader in innovation and technology. A great example is M-Pesa, a mobile money system that started in Kenya and is now used in other African countries too. It changed how people send and receive money, especially in rural areas without banks. Ghana's biggest success since independence has been building a stable democracy after years of military rule. Ghana now has peaceful elections and strong political institutions. It is known as one of the most democratic countries in West Africa.
Since Ghana became independent, it has had trouble with its government being unstable, with military takeovers happening. This made it hard to build a strong system where people vote for their leaders. This instability also caused the economy to do bad at times and suffer with poverty and less food. So what are some challenges or this one? Wait. This one.
Okay. After independence, two main big factors that affected Kenya were nationalism and imperialism. Nationalism in Kenya helped unite people at first, especially during the fight of independence, but after independence, ethnic nationalism sometimes caused violence and tension. Different groups wanted more resources and power, which led to conflicts, especially during elections. Imperialism didn't completely end after independence either. Many foreign companies and governments still influence Kenya's economy and politics. For example, Kenya relies on a lot of foreign investment and trade, which means some argue it's still affected by economy, imperialism, or colonialism. Should we say yours?
I'm done.
Okay, well, thanks for the podcast.
Thanks for listening.